Hi, I'm Roy Furr with Breakthrough Marketing Secrets. And for today's Video Friday issue, I don't know, I'm in kind of a reflective mood. And there's something that's been on my mind a lot recently. And I feel like the best way to talk about it is kind of face to face. I feel like most of us as marketers, as copywriters, as salespeople, as business people, we on the surface, we understand a lot of details about our customers, our prospects, the people that we are putting our sales message out there for. So, for example, selling investment newsletters, my prospect is typically somebody who's nearing retirement. They tend to be white, they tend to be middle class. They tend to lean a little bit conservative in their political beliefs, sometimes more conservative depending on the publication. They are, there's all of these details that we can come up with about them. We can talk about, their religious affiliation. We can talk about, different social organizations they might be a member of. We can talk about all these things, and they give us a pretty good superficial understanding of who someone is. And so, like, if this is a stranger that you're meeting in the streets, these are all these public details of their life. But one of the things that a lot of copywriters and marketers and salespeople never get to, that the best absolutely do get to, is not these external truths of who someone is, but the internal truths and the internal struggles, and to use the language from Carl Jung, the shadow of who these people are. And if there's kind of one universal human emotion that defines how people interact with the world, how they see themselves in relationship with the world, and this is a little painful to hear, but this one emotion is probably shame. That we have shame for the mistakes that we've made in the past, that we know better, that sometimes at the time we knew better. We have shame for all the things that we did wrong and the things that we failed to do right. We look back on our life as a series of one failure after another. And I'm not immune to this. I'm not. And I'm sure that you're not. But this is the truth about ourselves that we don't want the world to see. And yet this is a truth about ourselves that guides our behavior in a really, really, really deep way. And this is something that as a salesperson, as a marketer, as a copywriter, you do have to be very respectful of, because the moment you really poke at this and really twist the knife, use language that's sometimes used in selling, the more likely you are to actually trigger a reaction where your prospects shut down instead of engage with your message. And so you have to be careful about how you speak to this. But really what we most want as human beings is forgiveness for all the things that we feel shameful about with regards to any situation, and an opportunity to right our wrongs and to move forward in a much better way. And so one of the things that's, for example, true about investors, and I have to give a hat tip to Agora copywriter Matt Mason, who did an excellent interview with a couple of their phone salespeople that really clarified this for me. He shared that with me. One of the things that defines a lot of investors' behavior is the fact that they have in the past gone out, they've made some decisions that they thought at the time were, exciting, can't lose investment opportunities that they were pursuing, and really screwed up. And at other times they may have known that they needed to be saving more money, putting more money aside, and really just not done it, and maybe blown that money on other things. Or, there's a million different financial mistakes that investors have made. And oftentimes, the closer they get to retirement, the more that they're looking back on the empty satisfaction that those decisions may have provided them, or the pain of making wrong decisions, and they feel shameful. They feel really they blame themselves in a big way about this. And one of the biggest things that you need to do to help them move forward is to kind of give them that opportunity to right their wrongs, to go after opportunities that are good for them in their finances, that sort of thing. And if you talk around that, or if you aren't aware that it exists, you're going to forever fail to connect with those people in a really important way. Whereas if you acknowledge that, hey, we've all made mistakes, we've all had bad trades, we've all put ourselves in situations that weren't ideal, and it was our fault, but now that we know better, it's our responsibility to make better decisions going forward. That's how you really start to connect with people. And this could apply to health. It could apply to wealth, to money. It could apply to business. It could apply to career choices. It could apply to all sorts of different things. But this core driving emotion of shame really is powerful, and it really is pretty universal, and it does provide an opportunity for you to connect with your prospects on a much deeper level through how you communicate to them. And by knowing that, and by knowing how to make those connections in a way that is actually genuine, you will have a lot more persuasive power in speaking to your prospects. So again, my name is Roy Furr. This is the Video Friday issue of Breakthrough Marketing Secrets. If you would like to receive future Video Fridays in your email inbox, as well as my Monday through Thursday essays on marketing, copywriting, selling, building your business, advancing your career, and more, go to breakthroughmarketingsecrets.com and sign up. And I look forward to seeing you again next Video Friday.